What's up, guys? Cordell here. I'm just going to do a little video to try to see if I can do possibly a time lapse on cleaning up this sludge puppy of a 302 Ford here, and hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be cleaning with wire brush and just some diesel fuel that we have over in a can there. We'll be going the heads, the push rods. We'll be taking lifters out as well. Don't think I'm going to remove the cam though, because I think it's okay. We're just going to dive in and go for it. These trine wall gaskets are just like crumpling to pieces. They're so hard. This thing was in an 88 Grand Marquis, I think is what it was. And this thing has been sitting for an extremely long time. Sorry I have my phone down. I can't hardly. The camera's down way low. I'm so sorry about that. Get me a rag. Bear with me, even though this part is sped up, that it is still pretty long because I was just trying to get as much footage crammed into this as possible without being too dang long. The original video of all this added together is almost an hour in length. If anybody wants to know whether they're interested in that, please let me know. This is the first time I've ever recorded a video of this caliber and this size, I should say. I'm hoping to get the hang of this a little bit more. Now, I wish I had a GoPro or something to where I could actually show up close and personal of just how actually filthy this engine really is. I definitely plan to invest in a GoPro later in the future for other videos. That way you can see more up close and personal on repairs or cleanings like this or tear downs and whatnot. A little bit of story time behind this motor here while the time lapse is going. This 302 came out of an 88 Grand Marquis, and the kid that sold it to a buddy of mine swore up and down was claiming this engine only had 16,000 original miles on it, which I know is a load of crap because they only have 5-digit odometers on those cars, and this thing had so much oil all over it, which isn't really a big issue as far as the internals and whatnot, because the internals look absolutely fantastic on this motor. Adjust the camera a little bit. I had to change my configuration here, obviously, because I have a cylinder head on here instead of an engine block. I just got this stool sitting in this basin. I really don't have a table with holes in it to drain stuff out of. Put my gloves on here. You guys can comment about bitch mittens. I don't care, but you know what? Keeps me from stinking so bad. So I start yanking the plugs out of this head, and I noticed that they are all mostly the same brand, but they all have different wear patterns on them. Some are nice and tight with 060 gap, and some almost as wide as a 1/4 inch in them. One thing that's very funny is this kid tried to pass this motor off as having like 16,000 miles on it. I think he was off by about 100,000. Yeah, we definitely had a little bit of got some carbon on that one. Ashy. A sign of burnt oil or something. We're going to change the valve seals anyway. The rings look good. The spores look fantastic. So I don't think it's that. So ultimately this motor will be going into is a 4-wheel drive Ford Ranger that belongs to a friend of mine's brother. He has been through like 2 or 3 different engine options, and the last one absolutely grenaded itself because the machine shop that put the short block together did not install the cam retaining plate in it, allowing the cam to slide forward and destroy all of the lifters and basically almost taking out the bottom end with it. This is when I noticed my knockoff DeWalt batteries are starting to take a dump on me. Right here, I'm trying to clean out the EGR ports inside the head with a screwdriver, and trying to figure out if this type of heads that have thread holes in it, which this ended up being. Well, some you have to run block-off plates on them, and this is not required, so I just need to figure out what size thread that has to be and just throw it in there. I believe it might be 3/8 by 16, but I'll figure that out later. And these ports are plugged completely solid. And this right now is the end result so far. Like I said, it's still oily, but I've got to wait until I get some brake clean in here and get the gaskets on. The heads are just sitting on it for right now, so the shit can drain towards the bottom, and I can do another swap with it. But man, this thing looks so much cleaner now. And now the next step is going to be on the oil pan itself. On this, I ain't gonna be doing nothing fancy. Just using a scraper and drag, because my DeWalt is starting to slow down on me already. So, just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Just do a little hand scraper and just soak this diesel. Kind of breaks this fucking crap up, whatever this is. I don't even know if see the oil might be undercoating for all I know. If I was concerned, this 302 is going into a Ranger. He was worried this oil pan would not work. His was took a minute to find one that would fit. this turns out to be exactly the same pan. What do you have? I'm going to use this one because it's not full of metal shavings. Basically, what I'm just trying to say is that my buddy was concerned of using this pan and worried that it wouldn't fit the four-wheel drive crossover of this Ford Ranger. Now, his older 302 did not have a dipstick tube and required a special pan that had the dipstick port in it. Well, this engine has a dipstick tube, so this is the pan that we're going to need anyway. I would say that looks a lot better than what it did. I wasn't expecting it to be tan, but I'll take it. Alright, that will conclude tonight's video on that. I was going to do the internal parts, like the rocker arms and the push rods and stuff like that, but apparently, though, I can't find my handheld wire brush anywhere in this mess. So that'll be it for now.